Okay, welcome back to my English class. It's now about conditional sentence with suggestions or imperative. Suggestions, saran, and imperative like suruhan. Yeah. So we are going to learn about how to make conditional sentence with suggestions or imperative. Okay, let's move on. The first is about imperative. Imperative, what is imperative? The imperative is formed with the verb without subject. Okay. Imperatif atau kata kalimat suruhan, instruksi dimulai dengan kata kerja tanpa subjek. Ya. See the examples. Open the door. Open the door. Buka pintunya. So it starts with open, the verb open, without subject. And then take an aspirin. Sorry, it should be an, not an. Take an aspirin. Minumlah obat aspirin. Ya. Take, kata kerja take. Okay. Pay attention. Pay attention. Perhatikan. And then the negative imperative is formed with do not or don't and the verb. Okay, kemudian kata suruhan bentuk negatif dimulai dengan kata don't. Kemudian diikuti kata kerja. Okay, yang artinya jangan. Don't touch that. Jangan menyentuh itu. Don't play with your brother. Jangan bermain dengan saudaramu. Okay. That's about imperative. Imperative is suruhan, kalimat suruhan, like open the door, take an aspirin, pay attention, don't touch that, don't play with your brother. Ya, dimulai dengan kata kerja tanpa subjek. Open, take, play, and don't touch, don't play. Okay. Next, here are the examples. If we put it into the conditional clause, it's going to be like this. Number one, if you see John, tell him to come to my office. Jika kamu melihat John, beritahu dia untuk datang ke kantor saya. Okay. Second one, if you travel abroad, remember the passport. Jika kamu travel jalan-jalan ke luar negeri, ingatlah pasport. Number 3, if you go to Australia, send me a postcard. Jika kamu pergi ke Australia, kirimkan saya sebuah postcard. 4, if the bell rings, don't go out from the room. Jika belnya berdering, jangan keluar dari ruangan. If you drink, don't drive. Jika kamu minum, jangan menyetir. If Andre wakes up, don't let him drink the milk. Jika Andre bangun, jangan izinkan dia minum susu itu. Okay. Here, the imperative starts with the verb tell, remember, send, don't go, don't drive, and don't let. Okay. These are put into the if clause. If you see John, if you travel abroad, if you go to Australia. So this is the examples of conditional sentence with imperative. Okay, let's move on to suggestions. Suggestions are saran. There are some ways of making suggestions like why don't you blah blah blah, what about blah blah blah, how about blah blah blah, let's blah blah blah, you should blah blah blah. Say, for examples, why don't you buy a new one? Kenapa kamu tidak membeli yang baru saja? How about swimming this afternoon? Bagaimana kalau kita berenang sore ini? Let's go fishing. Ayo kita mancing. You should get some medicine. Kamu seharusnya minum obat. Okay. Those are the examples of giving suggestions. So when we put those suggestions into conditional sentence or if clause, conditional clause using if, it's going to be like this. For example, if you are sick, you should go to the school medical room for rest. Jika kamu sakit, kamu seharusnya pergi ke UKS untuk istirahat. And then number 2, if you want a good price, why don't you go to the factory outlet? Jika kamu ingin harga yang bagus, kenapa kamu nggak pergi ke outlet pabrik? Number 3, if we need some help, how about calling Mr. Jack? Jika kita perlu bantuan, bagaimana kalau kita menelpon Mr. Jack? If it is getting late, let's take a train. Jika ini sudah terlambat, ayo kita naik kereta. Okay. So here we put the suggestions clause into conditional if clause. Okay, if you are sick, you should go blah blah blah. If you want a good price, why don't you go? If we need some help, how about calling Mr. Jack? If it is getting late, let's take a train. Okay, those are examples of conditional sentence with suggestions. So I hope you got the point up here, and then let's move on to the exercises. Complete the following sentences using if clause of imperative or suggestions. So silakan isilah, lengkapilah kalimat ini dengan imperative or suggestions dengan kata-kata sendiri sesuai dengan konteksnya. Yang pertama itu menggunakan suggestions. Ya, yang kedua menggunakan imperative. Oke. Oke. Selamat bekerja, and it's enough for this topic. If you have questions, you can reach me on WhatsApp. Okay, thank you and catch you later.